Yae Miko is out, and congratulations to those of you who have been able to pull for her. For those of you who are still trying to get her, good luck to you. As usual on our channel, today we have a video looking in depth into Yae Miko's best team build, bringing to you some of Yae Miko's best teams. All of the teams covered in the videos are always going to be abyss ready, so you can just take those options and crush the abyss. Now, speaking of getting Yae, I'm going to be doing a character giveaway once the channel hit 10,000 subs. And so Yae Miko is here right now. If the channel gets to 10,000 subs during her banner, one of you is going to be getting Yae Miko for free. So if you'd like to win Yae Miko, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell notification, and enter my Discord server where the giveaway will be held. We don't have a lot of participants yet, so I am sure your chance of winning is pretty high. Link to the Discord server in the description below, guys, and I will see you there. With that, let's jump into the video. First, let's look at some of the main things you need to remember about using Yae in the team. Her main role in the team is going to be an all-field damage dealer, while providing you a very high burst damage when she has access to it. So even though you can build her as a hyper carry, realistically you will not have her on field doing her normal attack most of the time because she does not have good attack scaling. Therefore, swapping out to another character during that time is always going to be the better option. What she'll be mainly doing is to be there on field to set up her turrets and then cast her burst while setting up her E skill once again after that. And so she is a character that does require a bit of on-field time. Therefore, it is always going to be best running her with team members who have downtimes like Raiden Shogun, Hu Tao, or Eula, and so on. One more important thing to note about Yae Miko is that she requires a lot, and I mean a lot, of energy particles to support her very high burst cost of 90. Seriously guys, I've been testing her out intensively, and without proper particle help from team member and not having high enough energy recharge, she will require you to have at least 2 rotation before her burst is actually back up again. Therefore, it is best recommended that you have energy recharge on her to at least above 150%. The higher the better she's going to be. So Yae Miko's top stat recommendation from me at this point is going to be the Emblem Fate set. Now I'll be making another video going in depth into Yae Miko's artifacts option, but I have tested basically all of her artifact options, and the difference between all of them is not that much. While Emblem Fates gives you a lot of energy recharge, helping your Yae Miko have a much better burst uptime. And then apart from that, her build is very flexible. You can either go with a full EM build or an attack percentage, with attack percentage build being the more universal, and EM will be very good in certain team comps, which we will discuss right now. And so let us hop into Yae Miko's best team. First team, we have Yae Miko, Bennett, Kazuha, and Raiden Shogun. This team at this point in time will be Yae Miko's highest damage scaling team because of the amount of buff the team provide for each other. However, it is very expensive as it features Kazuha and Raiden Shogun, who are both 5-star characters. But if you're able to invest into these two characters, not just Yae but the whole team will benefit from each other really well. Raiden Shogun is currently Yae Miko's best support character. If you're able to afford, then have Raiden in all of your Yae Miko's team, even though I know that other team will also want Raiden as well. Now why Raiden is so good is because she's Yae Miko's best friend first of all, and complements all of Yae Miko's weaknesses while also taking her strength to the next level. Raiden gives Electro Resonance for good particle regen for Yae Miko. However, only Electro Resonance will not be enough for Yae Miko if she's on low energy recharge investment. So Raiden boosts that even further by giving energy recharge to your whole team during her burst, hopping Yae Miko's burst back very fast. Not only that, Raiden gives burst damage bonus to your team, helping Yae burst deal a lot more damage from an already pretty high scaling burst. Burst. Bennett as always is here to heal and buff attack, as well as some additional overload damage here and there. And Kazuha also the core of the team, giving a lot of elemental damage bonus as well as electro resistance shred from the 4-piece Viridescent. A very well balanced team as I have mentioned above. Now playing Yae will require you to keep in mind the rotation, especially in this team, to make the most out of all the buff that you will have. And so here's going to be the rotation. You first start with Yae Miko's E skill, to Kazuha's EQ, to Benny's EQ, then Yae Miko's burst, and then Yae E reset to Raiden Shogun's burst. And then here is going to be the demonstration. After that, you work on repeating on the rotation. Now once you have finished the first rotation, Yae's burst may not be back up yet, especially if you have low energy recharge investment. Therefore, you can just skip ahead and recast her E skills, then to Raiden Shogun's burst again, as Raiden burst always going to be back faster because that's how Raiden's kit actually works. Second team, we have Yae, Sucrose, Kokomi, and Xiangling, an actual variant of the Suko team, where Yae replaces Fischl, which also works very well because she will help you deal more damage than Fischl for sure. However, the only thing that's different is that Yae will require you a lot more on-field time than Fischl, who just need to set up her ults and then switch out. So switching time is a bit different with Yae Miko on the team. However, as you may have already known, this is one of the easiest and most chaotic team in Genshin Impact because you mostly don't care about rotation, plus you got everyone on the team dealing chaotic elemental reactions, which is also where EM built Yae Miko works really well in this team. You got Sucrose also providing EM to the team, enhancing Yae Miko at the same time, Kokomi to heal and Thrilling Tales for Yae Miko, or Xiangling if you want her to deal more damage also. And Xiangling is going to be on a DPS build where she will be dealing a ton of burst damage from elemental reaction as well. You don't have to pay much attention to the rotation in this team once again. The only thing you have to remember is whether you want Yae Miko or Xiangling to deal more damage, then you just give Kokomi's Thrilling Tales buff to that character. Third team, we have an almost mono electro team of Yae, Raiden, Sarah, and Bennett. While I would love to have a mono electro team and try it out, but there's no electro healer at this point in time, so it's not realistic if you are going to be running without a healer in the Abyss. However, even if it's not electro mono, this team will actually rival that of the first team in terms of damage output. A little bit less consistent because of Sarah's buff only gives you like 6 seconds, so you need to keep in mind the rotation more when running this team. We have Bennett and Raiden Shogun fulfilling their usual role, Sarah for electro particles and attack buff. Now obviously we all know how insane C6 Sarah's can do. If you have her at C6, then definitely consider having her on all of Yae Miko's team. This team does require you to pay attention to the rotation, so here is how it's going to look like. You first start with Yae Miko's E, to Benny's EQ, to Sarah's burst, and then Yae Miko's Q. After that, reset Yae Miko's E to Sarah's E, and then Raiden Shogun's burst. Here is going to be the demonstration. After that, you just work on the rotation once again. It is best to have Sarah a bit more invested into her energy recharge so that she can have her burst back a lot easier. Fourth team is going to be Yae, Sucrose, Fischl, and Xingqiu. Now, this team is once again more of an elemental mastery build for Yae Miko. However, attack build Yae Miko is totally fine. Sucrose for EM bonus, and Thrilling Tales for Yae Miko, and Fischl and Xingqiu, who provides a ton of outfit field support, as well as giving you a lot of elemental application as well. So reaction is going to be popping up a lot on the screen right here. It's going to be a very easy team to run, just need to make sure that Fischl's Oz and Xingqiu's burst is always present on the field, then 2 Sucrose before Yae so that she can have the Thrilling Tales buff. Either that, or if you want, you can have Sucrose on the field and deal damage from swirling. So it's going to be your choice on whoever you want to have on field tab. 5th team, we have Yae, Bennett, Xingqiu and Fischl, a very viable team as well. Fischl giving Electro Resonance as well as off-field support, Xingqiu for off-field damage and hydro application, and Bennett for healing and attack buff as always. Again, you don't need to worry much about the rotations, but the most important thing here is to have Bennett's burst always on and cast Fischl's Oz in Bennett's burst because it will snapshot. Other than that, you obviously want to have Yae's burst cast during Bennett's burst for the maximum damage output. Now, here are going to be some bonus on Yae Miko's team, is that there have been many questions regarding how good Yae Miko's is going to be when running Thrilling Tales with a 4-piece tenacity, in which I would say the build is viable for sure, and you can use this to have Yae Miko become a support for many of your DPS characters, like in a Eula team of Eula, Yae Miko, Fischl and Diona, or like a Hu Tao team like Hu Tao, Yae, Shang Ling and Xingqiu. If you're missing a support option, then that would. However, I wouldn't generally recommend you going with that option because you're losing out on a huge DPS potential from Yae Miko's kit. Giving your team a 20% attack bonus isn't always going to be as good as having a hyper carry build Yae Miko and dishing out very good burst numbers. So again, I'm only recommend you to have tenacity piece on Yae Miko if you don't really have any other good support option. And so those are some of Yae Miko's top team options. I know that there are going to be more interesting teams out there, so let me know down in the comment section which team you are going to be running with her. If you enjoyed her team build, then I have got a whole playlist of other character team build. Do check them out as I am sure they will be very helpful to you. And don't forget guys, I'll be holding Yae Miko's character giveaways to one of you once the channel hits 10,000 subs. So if you haven't already subscribed, be sure to do so for a chance to win Yae Miko. With that, I wish you a super day and I will catch you on the next video.